Well, here we are again. Happy Monday. This is live from my office. Sorry we're using various ways of putting this together. That has been a challenge this morning. People bothering me. How often do you, my friend, have the love of your life telling you stuff, asking questions, being very concerned about you and what you're doing and what you're thinking, only by sending love back in the form of, shut up! Don't bug me. Just leave me alone. I know what the hell I'm doing. Only to find out within a couple of minutes that you really messed something up. Really messed it up. Not your love of your life. Feeling bad, you could be crying. Now you're feeling bad. This is the first time you've done this, right? Don't feel good, does it? Shut up. Is that what happened to you when you were a child? When you were reaching out to somebody? They tell you to shut up, go to your room. Shut up and sit down. Shut up and go back to your desk. Sound familiar? Yes. Now, do you think those people said that to you to hurt you specifically? Probably not. They were probably going through some stuff themselves. They didn't want to take the time or couldn't take the time or felt lost for the right words to explain to you that what was going on right now must not include you. And so they gave you what they were given when they were younger, possibly even further back in time and more generations. Shut up! It's real easy to say and so hurtful. You hurt when you say it to somebody. I know I do. Immediately. Why did I say that? That is not what I meant to say. I love this person. I know they're looking out for me. And still I did it. That, my friends, is a repetitive behavior. That is a learned response from childhood that manifests itself more and more and more over time. And I assure you, that is not the only thing that's going through your mind right now, or on most days. People with repetitive behaviors such as post-traumatic stress, sexual trauma, multiple sexual traumas. Military sexual trauma is a buzzword now, but still sexual trauma. I'm a veteran, you guys know that. These are learned behaviors. Now, what do I mean when I'm in the throes of an anxiety attack? This guy, Terry Earthwind Nichols, how does he know what I'm feeling? I know from the inside, my friend. I didn't read a book. I've walked your walk just in front of you. I'm not above you. I'm certainly not below you. I'm just in front of you. I figured some things out that don't take counseling or therapy or 25 sessions. 1 2 to 3 hour session followed by 1 hour phone call 8 days later. 1 hour phone call 15 days after on day 15. Day 30, hour-long phone call. No more PTSD. No more victim energy. In fact, my friends, here at Evolutionary Healer, we change people's lives every day. But more times than not, I assure you, we save lives. When the client is done with the CR session, they've lost many years off their face, many pounds off of their their posture? Many pounds in some instances. They are aware of who they really are. Because you see, when you were born, you already had an established personality. And as we grow, we become present with various stimuli and behaviors that are taught to us and that we assimilate. And those behaviors and all these filters that are taught to us in our youth start to shape a new person we don't know. But it started shaping us at such an early age we didn't know the difference. Now, years later in life, a big event happens. House next door burns down. Everybody in it was killed. You grew up with those people next door. They're all dead. Now every night at 12:15 in the morning, you wake up in an anxiety attack. Every morning. You roll over and look at the digital clock beside your bed and it says 3:18 a.m. Well, 18 minutes after the hour, another hour of the 24-hour system in a faraway land, you watched an IED go off, killing half your squad, including your best friend forever. Now at 3:18, you're wide awake, hyper alert. God help you got your hands around the person you love the most. All of that's behaviors, my friend. There's nothing broken inside of you. You're taught that it's a disease, a disorder. And they treat you that way. Well, they don't know the difference. Until CR came along. Repetitive behavior cellular regression. My creation. CR's 10 and a half years old now. Going on 11. Excuse me. Yeah. 6 years, not 10. 6 years, 10 months. Be exact. And it still works every single time. Everything you can think of. First responders, combat medics, non-combat vets, combat vets, ER nurses, PhD psychologists, social workers, masters in social work, everyday people, Tupperware salesmen, veterinarian, 16 years old student, 77-year-old adult. Life of alcoholism. Grew up in a family of alcoholics. Been fighting it his whole life. Every summer. Guaranteed. For many, many, many long years. I'm not sure of how many exactly. He'd spend 6 to 10 weeks in the psych ward. Heavily medicated. Every summer. August and September. Didn't know why. Just deep dive into a funk every year. Went through the CR process back April. It's now November. No deep dive. No weekly visit to his psychiatrist for the first time in untold years. One of the practitioners that he was going to regularly, who is Emotional Freedom Technique. That's the Tapper guys. Kind of cool. I've done it. One session, 2 to 3 hours. He went and saw this person, and within minutes, she stopped session and said, "Wow, what have you been doing?" She was so impressed, she got a hold of me. Not only went through the CR process for herself, She is now a practitioner, and so is he. 97% of our nearly 170 plus people are female. And those who go through the CR process are so touched and so moved that they have their life back. Around 61% go through the CR practitioner certification themselves to help others. I'm not outside today. I sure want to be. It's a little chilly, but it's a nice fall day in Asheville. They're blowing leaves and mowing grass, and just a little bit of too much distraction for me. So we're sitting here in my office. And we're talking about shut up. Have you said shut up to someone today? Especially somebody you love? Have you said shut up to your child? Maybe today, many, many other times. You're giving them what you have. One of our practitioners is a Veterans Administration nurse, was one of the first nurses trained to diagnose PTSD. She also got into compassion fatigue. That's what happens to a caregiver for someone with PTS. She just wrote a book. Look her up, Beverly Kyer. It's a great book. Amazon. What's it called? Surviving Compassion Fatigue. You're a caregiver out there, you read that book. Go to our website, learn how to contact us. Email, Skype, right here on Facebook. Not many people with me today. Everybody's busy. Big day tomorrow in America. Decision Day 2016. Worst day in my adult life as an American. For you see, in today's society, almost no secrets can remain secret. Not only that, but we have so many phones with cameras. Police and people of authority can no longer lie blatantly that they did or did not do something to someone, because there's 10 people that got it on video of them doing it to someone. We have people running for office. We've always had it. All my life there's been liar politicians. I think that's why they go into politics. Maybe not. There's been a few. I'll give this. There has been a few politicians over my adult life. I'm 63 years old. I've been voting since 72. That at least went into politics with the right idea. To help the people and serve them from their heart. Very few of them had managed to stick around in politics much more than 1 or 2 re-elections before they found that serving from your heart does not get you re-elected. Serving the people whose interests are best suited by your vote becomes your best re-election opportunity. The more money you have for your message and doing everything, the better your chances of being re-elected, because they see you everywhere. That's got to be success. No, that's a bot politician. Unless you're somebody like a Bernie Sanders, who did an amazing job this year. We won't go into that. Tomorrow, my friends around the world, It's just another day. Another day in politics. Painful day, an embarrassing day. Because a whole lot of people around the world actually believe that what they do tomorrow in the voting booth is going to change the world. I believe that's partially true. You know, everybody's focused on the presidency. That's not really true. There have been presidents in the past who had no power. They couldn't even veto because they didn't have enough backing in Congress to not override the veto. Powerless. You want to make a difference. Vote for anybody that will overthrow the seated Congress. Put in a whole new Congress. There is enough seats up for grabs in the House and Senate that if everybody that was seated was thrown out, give or take a few, like Bernie Sanders and some of them, you threw everybody out, you would control Congress, and the president would have no power. If the president wanted to go to war and the Congress said no, they have that power. Do you know that? The president can send a military war. The president must have the approval of Congress to do it. Now, there's some tricky ways to send some military some ways. If the Congress completely controls the actions of the president, then the will of the people will be heard. A lot of people are going to get cold in South Dakota and North Dakota this year. Send coats and money and support to the water protectors. Standing Rock. Coming into the gifting season, I've already seen Christmas ads. But I haven't seen any Thanksgiving ads. Interesting. The big money's on Christmas. The big money's on Black Friday. Maybe. Giving Tuesday saves lives. The Tuesday after Thanksgiving is called Giving Tuesday. And that day, nonprofits are soliciting donations to keep their nonprofits going. I have a nonprofit, Evolutionary Healer Incorporated. You can go to GuideStar, big nonprofit place, and make a deposit if you like. Thank you. Go to PayPal. It's possible too. Get a hold of us and you'll find it. Global Projects for Repetitive Behavior.com is a nonprofit, has no employees. 100% of the money goes to operation expense and the veterans and their families served in the following breakdown. Okay, 96% of every dollar given, 96 cents of every dollar goes to support of veterans and their families. 4% goes to keep the doors open, the computer running, and all of that stuff. Nobody gets paid. Let me say that again. Nobody gets paid. Giving Tuesday. Repetitive behavior, cellular regression. Works on veterans and their families. We've got some. Global Projects Repetitive Behavior.com. That money saves lives. Somebody's in the throes of suicide. And that has personally happened to me on more than one occasion. We get them relaxed and focused. We take them through the 2 to 3 hour session. When they come out the other side, No more suicide ideation. They're in touch with the life they've never known. We have not lost one single client after a CR session. Not one client who came to us in the throes of suicide ideation. Think about that. Have a good afternoon. We'll talk on Wednesday.